When you think of Belgium, what do you think of? Do you think of beautiful cities like Ghent or Bruges or Brussels? Do you think of the European Union? Do you think of Belgian waffles, maybe Belgian fries or frites, as they call it? Or something that a lot of people think about is Belgian chocolate. And that is what we're going to talk about in this video as we talk about the history around Belgian chocolate and go to an artisanal chocolate factory and take a look at how the Belgians make their amazing chocolate. So let's take a look. So, before we get started, let's talk a little bit about who we are. So we are Jason and Donna Miller pursuing travel with the Millers, and we've been to over 80 countries, all 50 states. Our world culinary journey comes out on Tuesdays. We have other content from relaxing destinations, culture, history, and more. So give us a subscribe. So Belgian chocolate, amazing chocolate. Uses 100% cacao butter, pralines, truffles, exports all over the world. It started out chocolate or cacao was first brought to Belgium, and then it was actually kind of made for medicinal reasons originally, and then became the treat that it is today. We've been to Belgium a few times, and we've gotten chocolate from different shops, markets, and things like that. But we got to have a unique experience learning about it at the Van Hecke chocolate, artisanal chocolate, family-owned factory. So we learned about the different parts of chocolate making. So, going back and taking a look at the cacao tree, so you'll see that's the pods that oddly grow directly on the trunk. And from there was a process where they harvest those beans, roast them, and end up with the chocolate part. We have a video where you can learn a little bit more about that with our Guatemalan chocolate experience. So taking a look in this particular class at this great family-owned chocolate shop, or chocolatier, I should say, you can see the different parts of, the roasted beans there. Then the different parts that go into the chocolate, like the cacao butter, which is an important part of any kind of chocolate bar. It's the more, like it says on there, the invisible ingredient. And it's that white kind of disc that they have that they can melt that we saw. There's also plenty of other chocolate bases that are used in Belgian chocolate creations, like Belgian milk chocolate, the classic that you see most often, that's used in all kinds of different chocolates. You got the caramel chocolate as well that you use in all kinds of different ingredients, and it really adds a different taste, and they melt those little pellets to make the chocolate. You can also have the interesting ruby chocolate, which it's no artificial colorings are put in there, or anything like that. So it's a very, very unique, but it can be used in, once again, different chocolates and things. So special. And then you also have, of course, the dark chocolate. So which is a higher cacao content. So higher the content, the more bitter it'll be, but also the more pricey. So we also got a chance to take our hand at making some pralines. So you'll see me over there attempting to, go to their uh, chocolate machine and trying to learn how to handle, scraping off the chocolate. The chocolate is precious, so not going to want to waste a whole lot of it because you do that. As a chocolatier, you're going to be wasting money. So I was on there, scraping the sides of the mold, and they see it shaking on that small area. That is because it is getting rid of some of the oxygen bubbles and things that might be, so you can get some pure chocolate. So let any of it drip off that's there. Once again, making sure that you have pure chocolate, and give it another. You can see that bit of chocolate that's left over going down in there. So there's the chocolate machine. I mean, wouldn't you like to just be able to dip your finger in there? Tempting, but not such a good idea. But you also have the filling part that you put in there. These are pralines that we're talking about. So that's hazelnut. And we'll talk a little bit in a bit about pralines. But you'll see there that you put the praline center. And then after you melt the two sides of that egg together, then you got your finished chocolate. So the praline, like I said, it is a filling that you use. You also have the ganache, which is a little bit different type of filling, and the one I was showing you there, a caramel ganache. So, taking a look at all the amazing chocolate that chocolatier Van Hecke has, wonderful place to go visit. But let's hear from one of the owners of the chocolate shop.
Welcome everyone at the chocolate shop, Chocolates Van Hecke. You see over there my father now, third generation of chocolatier, and we still work together. So we have third generation and fourth generation still working together. Isn't that a beautiful thing in life? Well, when you come a little bit closer, you see our chocolate corner over here. We're fully busy with Easter. You see over here we have some Easter bunnies, some Easter chocolate eggs also wrapped around like this over here. There you go. And also our chocolate corner, which all have chocolate bonbons. They have an exterior with chocolate and an interior or a filling with chocolate. So we make a variety of, let's say, 40 different kinds of chocolate bonbons. Also seasonal products are coming by, or let's say Easter now, and we have St. Nicholas, the end of year, Christmas, and some Christmas balls, etc. together. Okay, let's get one thing now. Voila.
So, a wonderful experience, and it's always a pleasure to support family-run businesses, especially one that's 4 generations of chocolatiers in Belgium. And it was a wonderful class, a wonderful food experience. And if you are in Belgium, heavily recommend heading out of Ghent to go see Van Hecke Chocolatiers, where you can get some amazing creations and meet the family. Once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like this kind of content, and check out our website as we can book your river cruise or Belgian adventure.